What I do, Stop Boy D, blockchain finance and value. And we're coming up with some news today, and it's South Korea says crypto fugitive Do Kwon is in Serbia. But before we get into that, like and subscribe and like. This is fresh news straight off the grapevine, if that's what you call it. So let's get into it. So South Korean authorities say they believe Do Kwon, the failed cryptocurrency boss behind the 40 billion collapse of Terra USD and Luna token, is hiding in Serbia. The Seoul South District Prosecutor's Office said it would work with Serbia to detain him. Mr. Kwon, 31, was charged with fraud and breaches of capital markets law after the token imploded in May. In September, Interpol issued an international warrant for his arrest. The following month, South Korean prosecutors said he had travelled via Dubai to an unknown country after leaving Singapore, where his company Terraform had its headquarters. What I don't seem to get right about this is, say if I robbed a bank at gunpoint, they would get me on the spot. These guys are pretty much doing exactly the same thing. Instead of a gun, they're using technology, and they can just walk out of the countries. I don't understand it. It's crazy. But the following month, South Korean prosecutors said he had travelled via Dubai to an unknown country after leaving Singapore, where his company Terraform had its headquarters. The Interpol read notice as a request to law enforcement worldwide to locate and provisionally arrest a person pending extradition, surrender, or similar legal action. South Korea and Serbia do not have an extradition treaty, but in the past, both have agreed to request under the European Convention on Extradition. Interpol, other news, Mr. Kwon has previously denied that he is hiding, but has not revealed his whereabouts. I am not on the run or anything similar for any government agency that has shown interest to communicate. We're in full cooperation and we don't have anything to hide, he tweeted in September. Prosecutors have also issued arrest warrants for 5 other people who have not been named, linked to the so-called stablecoin Terra and its sister token Luna. Stable coins are designed to have a relatively fixed price and are usually pegged to a real-world commodity or currency, but Terra's value collapsed during this year's wider cryptocurrency crash. The Terra Luna system collapsed in May, with the price of both tokens plummeting to near zero and the fallout hitting the wider crypto market. From 116 high in April, a Terra coin is now worth less than 0.0002 of a cent. Crazy. Global investors in the two coins lost are an estimated 42 billion, according to blockchain analytics firm Elliptic. Some investors lost their life savings, and South Korean authorities have opened several criminal probes into the crash. So this little scam has been found, and hopefully they'll throw him behind bars, just like they need to do with Sam Bankman-Fried. In my opinion, they're two scumbags. It's like I say, I don't understand how these guys are in jail already. Like if I went and robbed a man now, if I went and sold cocaine, right, I would go to prison. But yet the amount of damage that does compared to what these guys have done is ridiculous. It's nothing. Like, I don't know. I just really hope the authorities... There's something going on that's bigger than this. There's something going on in the background with Do Kwon, Sam Bankman-Fried, because how can you not just arrest these guys for what they've done? You know, is something going on in the background with higher powers further up the ladder, in my opinion. Truth almighty. And again, we've got here, Sam Bankman-Fried wants to start a new business to pay back victims of FTX collapse. This is what you need to know. To stay the fuck away. Do not go near this guy. You know what? I don't even understand how people couldn't see it. I was going to open up an FTX account. And then you know what honestly I did? I looked at his hair. That was all I did. I looked at his hair and I thought, how can a man this unkept? I would never give my money to a man this unkept. If somebody came up to you looking like this and said, give me £100, would you do it? Look at him. Like, he don't even look like he knows how to look after himself properly or anything. I was so shocked. So let's get into it anyway. So Sam Bankman-Fried, founder and former CEO of the now bankrupt crypto exchange FTX, has said that he hopes to start a new business and earn enough money to pay back victims of the collapse. Speaking from the Bahamas, the disgraced crypto boss acknowledged that he was not merely as competent as he thought he was. However, he denied committing any fraud while admitting that he was worried about possible arrest, ruminating at night, according to a report by BBC. Sam added, so he admits that he wasn't smart enough, but yet he's trying to set up another business. So I'm going to be thinking about how we can help the world, and if users haven't gotten much back, I'm going to be thinking about what I can do for them. And I think that at the very least, I have a duty to the FTX users to do right by them as best as I can. You had a duty not to fuck up in the first place. But yeah. Let's say get your ledgers, people. So in early November, FTX announced that it had filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in Delaware after a week of speculation around the health of the company. Notably, FTX US was also included in the proceedings. Despite claims by the former CEO that their US operations were fine, it was soon revealed that the exchange lent as much as $10 billion worth of customer assets to fund risky bets by its affiliated trading firm, Alameda Research. So, how's that a mistake? With a $10 billion hole in its balance sheet, the guide price is between 8 and 12 cents on every dollar of the deposit claims. My God. When asked if he intended to start a new business to earn money to be able to pay back the victims of FTX collapse, SBF said, "I would give anything to be able to do that, and I'm going to try if I can." One of the biggest allegations against SBF is that Alameda Research, quantitative trading firm found by SBF, that was supposed to be acting as a completely separate company, was using FTX customers' money to make risky bets. BBC claimed that the former senior FTX employee who worked with SBF said that he must have been aware that Alameda Research was using FTX customer funds. No, that's not true, Sam Bankman-Fried said, denying the claims, as he was aware that Alameda was using FTX user funds to make risky trades. That's on me, one way or another, he said. Asked whether he was fraudulent or incompetent, he replied, "I didn't knowingly commit fraud. I don't think I committed fraud. I didn't want any of this to happen. I was certainly not nearly as competent as I thought I was." This guy is a scammer. Say it straight, he's a scammer. How can your girlfriend be in charge of Alameda and funds go from your company to Alameda and you don't notice a $10 billion hole in your balance sheet? Absolute nonsense. Get your crypto off. Get your Ledger Nanos, people. I'm telling you now, just get your Ledger Nanos sorted. So, yeah, but that's it for today. So that's Stop Boy News, bringing you some daily crypto news. So blockchain, finance, and value. Like and subscribe, and peace.